Hi, this is Human Essence, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the cross-examination of Wendi Adelson by DeCoste in the second Catherine McBanoa trial. Here we see that DeCoste is a debater. He has a history in debating. And we see Wendi rising to the occasion and debating him back. She somewhat loses the idea of presenting an image to the jury while she's doing this, but what happens next is interesting. DeCoste first asks her, or states, "This is all about you, isn't it?" In my opinion, this is a roundabout way of drawing the attention to the jury that there's an Adelson who's not been arrested while his client is standing trial for conspiracy to murder. There had been a motion filed prior to the case to not do this once again, but by drawing attention to the fact that it's all about Wendi, that suggestion is out there to the jury. So Wendi argues back, no, it's not all about me, and he goes on with details about the marriage. The next thing that happens is he starts to question her about WhatsApp. And I think the implication for the jury here is like in the first trial, that perhaps there is WhatsApp that's been erased that is directly between the Adelsons and the murderers, which would leave the possibility of Catherine McBanoa not being involved there. But Wendi goes full on saying, no, I disagree with you. No, I really don't think that the WhatsApps are completely erased. No, I don't think that's true. And as she's arguing, eventually he drops that line of questioning. So she is quite effective, although she appears to probably the jury as very argumentative, which is ironic because that's what she accuses her ex of. So they're all, trial attorneys here, so they're all, fairly argumentative. Anyway, the other thing is that there's no objection about her expertise as a WhatsApp person. There are very few objections about anything except for the ones that Wendi makes herself. So when DeCoste asked her, if it wasn't Charlie or you, and if you defend him, you can't defend yourself, and if you defend yourself, you can't defend him, or something like that, which was an interesting thing for him to have brought up. He said, who could have done this? Now, instead of going through her list of suspects, as she did in her questioning by Isom 8 years prior, she says, that calls for an incredible amount of speculation. So in fact, she objects to the question herself, and that her remark is on the record, and then she turns to the judge as if to rule on it. But of course, the objection was made by a witness, so he's not going to rule on it. So that was, again, very, very interesting. And she was thinking. I don't think it was that she was like looking to say, oh, help me, as people have said. I think she was like, let me put this on the record. I don't know what it'll do, but let me mark, that nobody's objected, and there's a question that's calling for speculation. So I think she was thinking about that. But I think she didn't make a good impression on the jury. But what DeCoste did not work, because they convicted Catherine McBanoa. And the next thing that happened was the wonderful way that Georgia Kappelman stood up and defended the Markells. No, they were not just trying to take your children into foster care. They were looking out for them temporarily in case anybody was arrested, and investigations are not, you don't know what's going on. So that was wonderful. All right, thanks for listening. And these are just my opinions at the moment. Then again, maybe not. Celebrate uncertainty. And this is a Sunday, so if you're watching this today, have a good Sunday. If not, have a good week.